From unmasking Rey Mysterio to community creations and more, I wanted to give you a bit of a wrap up of this week in WWE 2K22. First thing we'll talk about is going to be MyFaction. Yes, the mode that everybody is clamoring to play. This is a reminder to head into MyFaction. One, to unlock more MyFaction points on a regular basis, get those daily logins. Even if you don't really want to play right now or for a while, you'll rack up a lot of MyFaction points doing this every single day. And if you do this throughout the entire week, you're usually going to be able to unlock a brand new pack of cards. Now this week in MyFaction is DX. Now we've had the DX pack that has been out, but now they are doing a new weekly tower in MyFaction for D-Generation X. If you completed all the weekly towers up until now, head in there and you can try your hand at beating the DX legacy, and then hopefully you'll be able to unlock some DX cards. Now you could go into community creations and you could probably find yourself a lovely little D-Generation X, Shawn Michaels, X-Pac, Triple H. If we do a little perusing around with one of the great creators out there, Whatsthestatus? Speaking of which, let's dive into community creations and take a look at what you need to be downloading this week. First up is going to be a proper Mankind. Mankind has been out for a while, yes, but this one is different by Whatsthestatus. The call name is silent, so they will not come out as the announcers announcing him as Mankind, but the commentary is included. You can edit this in Community Creation Studios. Don't make a copy of this or else it'll mess it up. This is an alternative for Cactus Jack, so you do need the Most Wanted DLC for this to work. Here's a look at Mankind walking down to the ring with the commentary.
In at 287 pounds.
Mankind responsible for no shortage of historic moments in WWE.
And who could forget that fateful night when Mankind was tossed from the top of Hell in the Cell in 1998.
And Mankind hasn't been the same ever since.
But then again, Mankind did introduce the world to Mr. Sacco.
You illustrated my point perfectly.
Mankind seemingly takes pleasure in feeling pain.
Now Status has also done a great job of giving us some creations for the King Slayer, the architect of the Shield, Seth Rollins. He has a 3-pack in there that I want you to be able to download. The call name does come out as Seth. You won't get Seth Rollins, but you will get him as Seth. Commentary is included for each version of Seth Rollins. You can edit all of these, but don't copy them over, because if you do, it's going to mess everything up for their entrances. And you will get each respective Seth Rollins entrance, from the Burn It Down entrance for the Video Titantron. And the Shield version of Seth Rollins is really cool because not only is he in his full SWAT Shield gear, but he is coming down to the ring with his Shield entrance. There is no music. You're using the default Seth Rollins music in here, but you are getting that Shield Seth entrance, which is really awesome. Now, the final piece from the community creations that we're going to talk about today is once again coming from Status himself, and he has what I would consider a Rey Mysterio pack. Search for the hashtag that's on screen and take a look through all of the pages that are there, because you will see a lot of Rey Mysterios, each version of Rey Mysterio in a full-out white attire. You can customize it, you can set each one as a respective alternate attire, and the best part is, you can unmask Rey Mysterio properly like I did in the thumbnail. So if you're keen on recreating WCW Rey Mysterio unmasked, you're changing things up in universe or whatever, you have a ton of options here when it comes to Ray, getting him unmasked for every single attire and version of him in the game. Let's talk today about the upcoming DLC, the Clowning Around pack. The next DLC that drops, you're gonna get yourself Doink the Clown, Ronda Rousey, the British Bulldog, Mr. T, Dewdrop, and Rick Boogs. So a much more solid DLC than the one we just got at the beginning of June. We're actually getting 6 superstars instead of 4 like we got previously. And then after this one, we got one more DLC pack that's scheduled to drop in July. And now the last piece of news that I have for you this week of what to do in 2K22, that kind of rhymed. That's an accident. But one of the things that I like to do is I like to download some titles and customize some titles. I'm not great at it, but I like to keep my universe mode fresh. And I like having different titles for the women's division in my universe mode. So head in to create a championship, because you can make some really quick and easy intercontinental championships for your women's division. Easy way to do this: grab one of the IC titles that you love. One of my absolute favorites is the 98 to 2011 IC title. Change the strap to white, change the material to leather, and you have a gorgeous IC title for your women's division. Make sure you just update the title information so that it's going to go to female, title it, whatever you want to call the title itself, and you're on your way. The other one you can do very simply is take the modern IC title that we have today for the men's division and do the exact same thing for the women's side. This helps to freshen up the women's division in your roster and universe mode, give each brand or the men and women's division the respective IC titles, and it's super easy to do. Have some fun, create some stuff, and if you're looking to create some custom matches too, I have this episode right here where I go into 5 super easy custom matches that are a lot of fun that you can make in 2K22. See ya!